So Losing Game drops tomorrow. It's another storytelling song. Relationship issues with a man and a woman. Pretty much the man recognizes he ain't that guy for her like he needs to be. He's not stepping up to the plate, probably never will. Remorseful, but he won't change. And the woman, she's addicted to this dude. You know, like that love is like a dopamine. It's a dopamine rush to her. It's a drug. She's very addicted to his essence, his company, you know, his touch, his feel, whatever it is. To her, that toxicity tastes sweet, tastes like candy, so it's hard to get away. And so she realizes at the end of the day, we slaves to a losing game, because we can't get out of it. But we know it's for the birds. We know it's a losing game. We're not gonna win. And so writing that song, that's dropping at midnight, by the way. But writing that song, it reminded me of how much I love story development. I love character progression and plot and exposition and, you know, a trajectory throughout a narrative or a film or a song or a movie, anything, right? A book. And it kind of made me think about it as a microcosm of life. Like, my contributions to the world, a lot of them come from telling stories, right? Whether it's my story, I keep it a buck with y'all on here. I tell my story, yo. If you listen to my music, you read anything I write, you see my motivational videos, I'm telling you my story, yo. Because every day it's like writing parts of your book. And every day I'm writing, and that's going to be on my terms, always. Because I know my job is to give that to the world, to give all of me to the world. And there's a lot of people that can't speak for themselves or don't know how to express it, to emote. So I become the voice for the voiceless. For somebody like me, I'm obsessed with stories. I always have been. I was a poet and I was a story writer before I ever wrote a rap, ever even thought about writing a song. I love stories. And so for me, I feel like when you're going throughout your life, you're navigating, your job is to tell your story or write your story, and be clear that your story does not always have to be directly about you. Once again, the voice for the voiceless. Some people can't tell their own story. That's why a lot of my favorite artists, they do well with storytelling. Kendrick is incredible. Cole, come on, we talking about like Pac, Jay. Like it's I could go down the list, man. Saba, are you kidding me? People who tell stories, and I feel like that, like the greatest of the greats of whatever in life, they told their story. One of my favorite songs, Frank Sinatra, My Way. I loved, I laughed and cried. I had my fill, my share of losing, whatever he said. Now it's tears subside, I find it all so amusing. Like, to think I did all that and not in a shy way? Oh no, not me. I did it my way. I told my story. What's your story, yo? That's legacy to me. What's your legacy, yo? What you gonna leave here? You feel me? For me, I want to be the greatest writer ever, right? I ain't say the greatest rapper ever. I rap in my sleep, okay? I'm obsessed with rap and hip hop, but I'm obsessed with telling stories even more. And so when I'm working on book ideas, when I'm thinking of film ideas and man, anything, right? Anything. I call myself the Black Robin Frost for a reason, and the Langston Hughes of rap, because I feel that way. I feel like that's the class I'm supposed to be in. And so I know for me to be telling my story, because even though a lot of the songs I make, they might not have mainstream appeal, I don't give a damn. I don't. I'm not worried about conforming to the mainstream sound. The mainstream sound. That got to do with me. Nothing. I'm going to tell my story. And I got full confidence that what's supposed to be for me is going to move in my direction. God going to look out for me. I ain't tripping. My trajectory, they going to study me in 20 years. They got to study what I write, yo. It ain't just rap. They got to study everything I wrote. They going to have to. My kids will study my works in college. I better stack on that. Because I tell my story. If you don't tell your story, somebody gonna tell it for you. Who knows how they can spin it? Whatever you do, if you a baker, yo, tell your story through the way you cook, man, the way you bake. Tell your story through the way you teach if you a teacher. Tell your story through the way you lead if you a police officer. If you a father, whatever, right? Tell your story, man. Losing Game at midnight. Let's get it, yeah.
Yeah. Ain't it crazy how I love you, but I still be fucking bitches too? Cause I can hit a few to visit you and give a kiss to you. The issues you been living through was me, I made you miserable, but I'm afflicted too. It's just some shit I've been addicted to. I hate the way I move around this town like I'm so sick of you. When every time I sit with you, it's bliss, I'm at my pinnacle. The vision you was wishing's a prison, you feel invisible. A different view from when I told you I could have my kids with you. And all them things I did for you, they pale to what I didn't do. It's pitiful.